folks, welcome back to Roadtrip. It's me, Dr. Benji FM, and while the series is over, there's some business left unfinished, I feel like. Let's go through then and see how the teams that we managed on the Roadtrip journey are doing, have done, and of course we'll start at Dortmund, and really, well, you kind of know what happened at Dortmund. So I got third place in Manager of the Year. I mean, I'm underwhelmed by that, I'll be honest. In terms of competitions then, we won the European Super Cups. That's one trophy in the bag. We actually did a double this year, if you want to count the Super Cup. Did we not count the Super Cup? Okay, runners-up in the German First Division, runners-up in the German Cup, and European Cup title winners. So I think we've done pretty well overall. I'm quite happy with my achievements and landmarks as Dortmund manager. But of course, Dortmund weren't the only team he managed. You've seen a lot of Dortmund. Let's go through. I've not looked either, so this is going to be fun. We're going to look through the other 6 teams and see where are they now. Right, we'll go back one step at a time. We'll see who's where. Now, of course, with Stuttgart and with Dresden, you've kind of seen their journey a little bit along the way as well. So they've just had a 7th place finish. Players that obviously are still there that you'll probably recognise then. Kevin, the Vulcanator, he's on fire. He's loving it. Still very, very good. So he's still there after his big injury that he had with me, of course. Obviously, some of the familiar faces you'll see there. Christian Veron's still around, which is nice. Defoe. I don't think Defoe's having the greatest of seasons. No, he gets you 10 goals a season. I mean, you can say that for him. Yoshi's still there. Quite like that. Did he feature much? Not really, no. And Fernandes, of course, one of my shining stars. That one season we had with him, 11 goals, 5 assists, a 7.47 average rating. Didn't have as good a year when we left, but was an absolute star, wasn't he? He really was with Stuttgart. So there we are then. I mean, they're probably going to do alright for the continual future. They've got a lot of assets at the club, lots of players that they could sell on and reinvest and maybe even push for the Champions League soon. I think if we'd have stayed at Stuttgart, there would have been a chance that in the coming years we would have got it, but it was never quite to be, and Dortmund obviously was the team we went to. Right, let's go back even further then to Dresden. So let's see who's still there at Dresden. Of course, again, we've seen a few players are definitely still there. In terms of the most valuable players that we had there are still around. Seeger obviously was a really good player for us on that left-hand side for Dresden, and they've had an okay finish in the season. Like, obviously since we were there, they did really, really well. Got themselves to 9th position, have looked pretty good, and you can't really criticise a team that, like Dresden, that have come from the 2nd tier, have gone into the 1st division, and are improving every single year. I mean, I say that actually, they had a 9th, and now they've just finished 13th, but mid-table in the Bundesliga for a team like Dresden is probably to be expected. Fatty Dink's still there, one of our shining stars of the save. Oh, I did enjoy him. Oh, I did. He was good. There's quite a few others in there as well. If you want to check some names out, then by all means do so. Bart's there as well. Oh, Bart came in and had an instant impact and has not really featured for them since then. It's a bit of a shame. Right, let's go further back because, as I say, Dresden and Stuttgart we followed a little bit. What I'm really intrigued to see is how the teams that I managed many times ago have been getting on. Now, I fear for Morecambe. Right, how have Morecambe done? Oh, I'm nervous. Oh dear, have they just been relegated from League 2 or are they just surviving League 2? I think they've just survived League 2, which in itself doesn't sound very good, does it, when you think about where we had them in League 1. They have 20th position. Actually, in fairness, there were quite a few points off relegation, so they're never really under threat. But they are back in League 2 after we tried to get them out of there. In terms of players that still exist at the squad, I'm not sure if there's going to be any names that are still there from when we were there. It was quite a while ago now. In fact, what year was it? If you look at their managerial history, oh, it's been busy since I was there. Okay, so that was, what, 2000? So it's 5 years ago I was at Morecambe. And in terms of players that I'm looking through on the list there, I don't recognise any of them, which I think is a bit of a worry because obviously we had some decent players at the team. Shall we see if there's any players that have left that have maybe gone to bigger and better things? If we take a look through, Geraint Selick. Oh, he retired at 25. Oh my! Well, he had a prolific season 1 year for Morecambe, and then was just forced into retirement for whatever reason. Josh Harrop, of course, a star of mine at Hednesford, so I dare say he's gone a little bit backwards. Chef's there as well, still playing for Bishop Stortford, loving that. Anyone else that we can pick out on that list? Maybe we'll go a little bit further back as well. Josh Mottershead, of course, at Tranmere now, still, do you know what, turned into an okay, average sort of footballer, did a pretty good job. And his attributes aren't awful, are they? They're not bad. Oh, hang on, Tiger's there. That was Tiger. He retired at 27. Oh, flipping heck. Did anyone make it? Did anyone carry on playing? Mitch Lies. He's a manager now. Or is he? And Harry Noon, what a star, retired at Morecambe, retired at 30. A lot of players that I managed retiring very early, which is... am I to blame for that? So it's not been great for Morecambe since that promotion we got in 2021-22. They've kind of gone backwards. If we'd have stayed there, who knows what might have happened. Maybe it would have been a bit of a Salford 2.0, but they're back in League 2. I dare say, and I don't mean to be cruel, Morecambe fans, where they belong. So hopefully they'll just continue to be there. They finished 10th last season, actually, so not too bad. 13th the year before. This season was a bit of a poor one-off year then when they finished a little bit lower down. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. Right. Let's go further back in the time machine. Right, Shelburne. 4 years we spent at Shelburne. Probably our most successful club in terms of what we won. Won a few trophies. I was applauded for my managerial efforts. And, of course, they're halfway through their season currently. Still in the Premier Division. Of course, we got them promoted all those years ago. Still in the Premier Division. They went as high as 4th under me. And then have never reached the dizzy heights of that again. They had an 11th, which isn't ideal. And I'll be very surprised if anyone is still here from when we were here. Oh! Affleby's still here! Straight away. He's been loving it. He's been getting 7 to 9 goals a season, pretty much. Not great, but he's still here. That's nice to see. That Ryan, he was here as well, right? Sure. Yes! Yes! He never keeps clean sheets. He shouldn't really be. Adam Evans is still here. Now, did Adam Evans leave and then come back? Yeah, he went to Slingo Rovers and then came back to us and has been there ever since, and he still plays for Shelburne. So there's quite a few players, I can't believe that, quite a few players that are still here. Now, there was a player called Connor Byrne, I think, right back. Oh, Ewan Porter's here as well. Owen Porter even. Let's see, who's left that was good. Do you remember, what was his name? Oh, what was his name? We'll find him. You know what I'm thinking of, central midfielder. What was his name? Oh, what was his name? To Dim the Lights is there. Oh, he's a scout now. Not a good one. It was like Subawalu or something. Subawalu? Is that ringing any bells for anyone? Subawale, that was it! Yes, when he retired at 25. Oh, all of the ones that... I mean, they're all just retiring. Alvaro dos Santos, 27. I remember bringing him in and then just never really playing him, but actually went on to do okay. Well, I see. Well, despite the fact they've had a very dull time, frankly, just being consistently in the Premier Division, no club's gone on to greatness yet, which is a shame, I've got to be honest. Dim the Lights, there's a throwback for us. So yeah, Shelburne, they're just continually they're surviving. I mean, that's the best we can say, they're surviving. Alright, now we're really going back to the early stages. NUO, we're still going to call them that. Now, NUO had a bit of success. I think we checked in at them around 50 episodes. How have NUO got on? Oh, NUO, well, they got promoted, did NUO, to the Ukrainian first tier. So are they in the top tier again under me? Now, of course, if you don't remember NUO, because it was a long time ago, to give you an idea, we signed a player called Diego Costa, who's now playing in, where is that? Playing in Belarus. And we also signed Shola Amiobi, who is no longer clickable. This was the team that we had Shola Amiobi at. So they're in the Premier League. NUO, they're bottom of I think they've been relegated from the Premier League. Well, do you know what? At least they're yo-yoing up and down. You'll remember when we were with them, it was a nightmare, wasn't it? And again, they've not really achieved all that much. My win record, I don't think you can see it for individual clubs. It wasn't good there, let me tell you. NUO. Yeah, I doubt anyone's still there from when I was there. That would be bizarre. And even if they were, I'm not sure I'd be able to remember the names. Like, this guy is quite old. No, I don't know. What about this guy here? Was he there when I was there? No, I don't think any of the older players will remember me at all. I'll be honest, it was quite a forgettable career at NUO. It was about 15 games, I think, if that. And then finally then, let's go back to Somi Pankota, the first team he managed. Now, I can't imagine anyone is here. They're in, I don't know where they were, where they are. They've missed out a bunch of years in the middle here. They've just been... this dotted line, I don't even know what that means. Okay, within this side, did we sign anyone for Somi Pankota? Could we sign anyone for Somi Pankota? Ah yes, David Roberts, who now plays for Averley, spent a very long time at Somi Pankota. A very long time at Somi Pankota. And these other guys here, that I'll be honest folks, let's pretend we know that we remember them. I very vaguely remember them. Again, retiree, they all did. It wasn't a successful career at Somi Pankota. It was the first job we had. It went horrendously. Can we even see how bad it went? First year. I mean, at some point in this season, I was sacked. How long did I last at Somi Pankota? 250 days. So 13th of March I left. Of course, Randy Diamond, he obviously retired as well. Retired quite early on as well. Got a move, but then again, retired quite early on. 7 years ago now. People often say, what happened to him? Where did he go? We basically picked them because we were like, Randy Diamond, they've got a play called, we've got to go to Randy Diamond's team. It didn't really work out for us. So yeah, by March in that first season, it was there, we'd won 2 league games. I can see why they sacked me. Just think about it now, though. In their history, it's me, Dr. Benji. So to look at this finally, then, I mean, it's the attributes are pretty underwhelming considering all I've achieved. But there we are. We've gone through the mill of it. Let's put it that way. If we look at the career statistics, then I had a 49% win ratio. I blame Sammy Pancotta for that. That wouldn't have happened. But again, we've won more than we've lost, so I guess that's pretty good. Overall, 458 games in what is now a 10-year career, which I don't think is too bad. 10 seasons. We managed, 6 clubs, was it? 6 clubs? I'm lost now. I've forgotten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clubs then. Finished with Dortmund. And actually, the rise to the top has been way quicker than I ever thought it would be. So I think we've done a pretty good job all in all. I'm rather happy with it. I guess we'll never know what would happen now if there were going to be jobs coming up that we could have maybe gone to. Would we have stayed with Dortmund for a longer period of time? I honestly didn't think Dortmund would be the end, but the team we had, the boys we had in this Dortmund side, just performed above and beyond expectation. Just Gerald, probably one of the key men to focus on in this Dortmund side, was just a revelation, wasn't he? He scored in big moments. Attributes, like, he's 24, he's only going to get better as well. Matthias Muller, of course, did a really good job. He can have that contract now if he wants it. Still doesn't want to talk about contract talks, it's been weeks. So there we are. That does bring an end to the Road Trip series. Of course, if you're in the certain Patreon category, the save will be made available for you. If you want to find out more about that, then links in the description to the Patreon. But yeah, if there's a certain category that allows this, I can't remember which one it is, but I'll be messaging you on Patreon. So if you are a Patreon supporter, keep an eye out for that, because you may well be eligible to have a copy of this save. I don't give it out to everyone because I want to keep it quite close. I don't want the reason. Okay, people often ask, "Are you going to release the saves?" The reason I don't is because I don't want 250 people saying to me, or something, or whatever it would be, saying, this happened, do you never guess what this happened? Because I think then it ruins what I did with the save. Whereas if I give it out to sort of a select few, like the Patreon limits the numbers, then I think that's a little bit, that's fine. You know, I'm fine with that. That's not too bad. I also don't want people claiming the save as their own. And I think if I know who's got the save, that is also quite useful. So there we are then. The road trip is over. There'll be a new series very soon. Shall I run the intro to the new series at the end? Yeah, why not? Go on, we'll do that. Right then, we love with care from It's Benji until it's time. And a new series which starts soon, probably next week. I'll see you again. Goodbye.
3, 2, 1, go!